going on, GBA Nation? It is Mike Weber here, aka Lil Web, joined by the media director himself.
It is me, Sean.
And we are here for episode 14 of the Sean and Webb Show. And this past weekend, both me and Sean were in Cincinnati, but the first day we spent at Elite Athletics for the inaugural Ohio Hoops Grand Finale. So it was a lot of fun there. And then the second day, he had to be there for the second day of the Grand Finale, while I went over to see the second annual Ohio Hoops Classic for GBA. And Sean, what'd you think about this last weekend here in Cincinnati for the season?
You know what, man? The last event, no better place than the Queen City to get the summer sizzle kicked off. It was great events, man. On the boys' side, and the GBA always represents well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Ohio Cup, there was a lot of good action there, a lot of close games, and yeah, it was a great way to wrap up the season here. But we still have one more event coming up in July, which is our college exposure event over in Capitol. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I'll be on vacation during that, but I know you'll probably be there.
Oh yeah, man, the Midwest Showcase held in July. It's our college exposure event, man. Division 2, 3, NAIA JUCO. It's a must, man. Every year we have coaches in there recruiting. And I mean, they're actively recruiting, you know what I mean? And kids get the opportunity to really be seen. So you don't want to miss this. If you're a player, coach, Webb, you ain't going to miss a beat, because, you know, you and I are going to be talking and you're going to be able to see the footage. So it's going to go down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to see how that goes. And yeah, we actually got some behind the scenes vlog from Cincinnati from our final weekend there. So let's take it over to the vlog. What is going on, everybody? It is Lil Web here, joined by...
It is me, Sean, in the building.
And we are here at Ohio Hoops for the OHB Grand Finale at Elite Athletic Sports Complex. Tomorrow, I will be at the GBA Ohio Cup Championships. But until then, let's check out some good old boys basketball.
See y'all soon. From here, now time to eat dinner.
Day 2.
All right, it is Championship Sunday. I am here at RG Sports Academy for the second annual GBA Ohio Cup Championships. Let's get the day started. Is a wrap from the second annual Ohio Cup. We had a very great time here, and we had a very great weekend here in Cincinnati. Now let's head back to the studio. Great vlog from the last weekend in Cincinnati for the season. Now let's take it into our basketball news roundup, where our first headline is about Indiana Fever taking down High OCI in a close matchup, 71-70 for their first home win of the season, second win of the season overall. And Kelsey Mitchell from Ohio State ended up leading the Indiana Fever in scoring with 18 points. So that was really cool to see. And Caitlin Clark finished the game with 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. So it was a pretty good showing for Indiana in this game.
They got that first dub of the season, man. Couldn't be happier for them. I did not pick that, but couldn't be happier for them. Local Ohio legend Kelsey Mitchell, man. Not only did she go to Ohio State, Princeton graduate, man. Won a state title in high school. She had a great game. Caitlin Clark was able to find her way, impact the game in different ways, and they got that dub, man. It was fun to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was fun matchup, close game. The whole arena was on nuts, and yeah, overall it was a very great game to watch. And even though it had its controversies here and there, it was still pretty great. And like you said, we both did not predict that. So that was very unpredictable, especially as going into that game. Chicago was heavily favored. I mean, as they took down New York Liberty, gave them their first loss after they were on like a winning streak at the beginning of the season. So it was very, very interesting. This is a big win for Indiana as they go into the rest of this season, especially with these games. Now everything's on the line for that Commissioner's Cup.
Oh man, look, it's definitely makes things more interesting. But that's what we, as the fans, we want that and we want more. Let's go.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, another big headline from the WNBA this past week is Connecticut Sun. They are the only undefeated team left in the WNBA right now. And not only that, they are the first WNBA team since 2017 to go 9-0 at the start of the season. And they are the 7th team to do that. And a fun fact, the past 6 teams that went that far or even farther going undefeated in the season made it all the way to the WNBA finals. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if they can make it that far.
It reminds me of, remember the Warriors were chasing the history with the Bulls, the 72-game win streak, trying to snap that. It almost feels like that. What is the record? Like, what is the total record for going undefeated before a team loses? Like, was it 16-0, 12-0? What is it?
I want to say it was 12-0 set by the 2016 Minnesota Lynx. So, and that's the other thing. The past 6 teams to do it were only Minnesota and LA. 3 different years for each of them. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting when I saw that.
So they are 4 games away from history.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it's nuts to think about that they're only 4 games away from that. And especially as the Commissioner's Cup's coming up, if they keep this up, they just might win the Commissioner's Cup and at the same time make history while doing that.
GBA Nation, do you understand what's going on here? You could be a part of witnessing like all-time history. Never been done. And you hear the facts. The team that's historically done that have went on to win. So let's see if that rings true this year. But so far, I mean, what reasons do we have to doubt, man? They have been Old Faithful week in and week out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, ever since that first game against Indiana, we saw how great they can be. And, yeah, they've shown us how great they've been this season so far. And we cannot wait to see them continue this. And we cannot wait to see if any team might come in to possibly take that away from them, possibly. I mean, they got some tough matchups, I know, coming up. Like, this week, they got LA Sparks, who are kind of a decent team. And, yeah, it should be very interesting to see how that goes.
I mean, the games, like they're rolling through, man. And like I said, we're getting closer to the Commissioner's Cup. It's going down, bro. Like, the interest is at an all-time high. Loving what we're watching. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely. And some of the best performances from this week in the WNBA, we got Brianna Jones. She ended up putting up 22 points against Dallas Wings. And then we had the rookie for Minnesota Lynx, Alyssa Peely. She ended up putting up 20 points against Phoenix. And then some other Minnesota Lynx players that had a pretty good showing this week was also Nafisa Collar and Kayla McBride, as Nafisa ended up putting up 24 points against Dallas, and Kayla put up 25 points against Dallas. They're a pretty good duo, it seems like. I mean, these past couple weeks, they've shown out, especially Kayla. I mean, she's shown to be like the underdog in this, and she keeps nailing these frees. She's doing pretty good. Yeah,
Kayla McBride and Nafisa Collier, man, they have been balling from out the gate. McBride got, like, after game 1, she really started to pick it up and just start stuffing the stat line, man. And Minnesota has just been like just this whirlwind. I didn't see it coming. You know, they had a few close games at the beginning of the season. They struggled with the Storm. They got the victory. But ever since then, man, they just been on a roll. Their team leaders have been stepping up, and they've been consistent every game. So, like, from what I've been seeing, like with other teams that have taken losses, just say like the Skies Pass lost to the Fever, like their leaders, Aaliyah Edwards, like some of their players didn't put up the points like they normally do. You can count on that right now, it seems like, with Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nafisa, she's shown to be a pretty good player for them. And, yeah, they have the track record. I want to say they only have, like, maybe only two or three losses. But, yeah, they've been on a roll this season. And we cannot wait to see how they do, especially because of the assistant coach for that team, Katie Smith. Shout out to her.
Big shout out to Katie Smith. She did it here on the court in Ohio. She did it at the college level with the Buckeyes. She did it at the pro level, and now she's doing it in the front office and on the sidelines, man. I am not surprised. How about you, Webb?
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised either. I mean, she's a Hall of Famer, so she knows a thing or two about basketball, and she's definitely sharing her knowledge with these players and leading them to greatness right now. It's amazing to see.
Oh, for sure. She's just continuing to, like, impress upon, everyone she's always around. You know what I mean? She makes people better, it seems like. And, like, again, congratulations.
Oh, yeah, congratulations to Minnesota. We cannot wait to see how they do for the rest of the season. And another another big duo that we gotta talk about is New York Liberty's Breanna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu. In their recent game against Ohio, they both went off as Breanna Stewart put up 33 points and 14 rebounds against Ohio, and Sabrina Ionescu put up 24 points against Ohio. So another stacked duo putting up more than 20 points in these games. I mean, we knew how good that these two were going to be, but man, they are dominant.
Just think, man, put their two college careers next to each other. I mean, buckets out the building. Both of them were, college players of the year, their respective years coming out. Now with the New York Liberty, that tandem, man, like when they get locked in and they're not, there's no injuries, those two, I mean, they can rival anyone else in the league. That's why it would surprise me, a week ago, a couple of days ago when they took that loss, man. It's just like the consistency is kind of what I've talked about earlier. But like, again, I'm not sure if Breanna Stewart was hurt, or Sabrina was hurt in the game that they took a loss to. But again, when they're hitting on all cylinders, it's going to be hard for people to beat them.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a reason why Breanna Stewart is called one of the greatest in the WNBA right now, and there's a reason why Sabrina Ionescu is really good. I mean, her history with college and all that has shown that she's been great. I mean, first player, men's and women's, in college to put up 2,000 career points and 1,000 career rebounds and 1,000 career assists. I mean, that's an insane stat to have there. Plus, she used to train and help coach with Kobe Bryant, so she knows a thing or two about the game from him. And yeah, it's really great to see her going off still. And maybe one of these days, she'll probably be considered one of the greatest right now. I mean, she's in close to that status right now. I mean, it seems like.
The WNBA needs its stars. She's definitely one of them. And she's accompanied by another, soon-to-be legend of the game, Breanna Stewart. So as those two continue to stay healthy and they continue to click, New York's going to be they're going to be in the conversation towards the end of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, they made it to the WNBA finals multiple times, so if they make it again this year, it'll be very interesting to watch. But as we said before, Connecticut Sun are right there and are already at 9-0. That's gonna be an interesting matchup there for the East Conference.
Hey man, it definitely is going to be, man. Sidebar: did you get to see the the point output by one of the WNBA legends, and Miss Diana Taurasi? You see, she dropped a 30 ball.
Really?
She dropped a 30 ball, man, and it was fantastic. Like no one saw it coming. But she just shows like, yeah, you young bucks are still y'all got the show, but when I need to, I can still hang. So it was just awesome to be able to see that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's amazing to see all these veterans go off and that, and against these rookies, it's praying for a great matchup. This would be the one time where I wish for the All-Star aim. I hope they do this. I want to see like a veterans versus rookies like All-Star aim. This would be like the one time to do it. So WNBA, please somehow make that happen. That would be fireworks if that happens.
That would definitely be fireworks, man. It would sell out. You know what I mean? And I would definitely want to be somewhere close. If I'm not in the building, I'm going to be next to a TV with some popcorn.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we cannot wait to see how they do. And, yeah, so those are some pretty good performances. Another great performance to mention this time overseas. My very good friend who we got to interview last summer, Lily Ritz. She's now playing professional basketball over in Australia in the NBL 1 Central District, playing for the Central District Lions. And she has been crushing it over there in Australia, as she put up in just her first 10 games 161 points. She's averaging double-double figures when it comes to points and rebounds. And in the recent game against Eastern, she ended up putting up 26 points, 7 steals. Man, she keeps on doing pretty well in no matter what level it is. And the team she's playing for is pretty good. I mean, right now they are ranked number 1 in the NBL 1, and they have a record of 10-1. So, yeah, very cool to see Lily still finding success over there in Australia at the pro level.
I can see it now, man. The headlines reads, Ritz takes over the Down Under. I mean, because she is killing it, man. The stats are showing it. The team is winning. She just continues to show us why, she made it to the level that she's made it. And she continued to show us that hunger, just sitting next to her here in the offices, man. You could just tell she was focused and she had some goals to get to. And listening to those numbers, man, I'm not surprised. A young lady who seemed like she was very focused. And again, kudos to you. You're doing your thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know her goal is to possibly come back to the United States and play the professional level, and I hope she finally gets that done, especially because, I mean, it'll be huge for this area, because, I mean, it's rare to see somebody from a small town go pro, so, I mean, we're all excited to see how she does here with the rest of her professional basketball career and the rest of the season with the team in Australia, because if they win the championship there, I'm excited to see what she has next in store.
Look here, I don't have any reason to doubt that she'll help that team bring home a championship, because again, when you watch her, she's dominant. She's long. She's tall. She's finesse. She has footwork. She could play. She could lock up on D. She's quick. She's mobile. She can move. So I don't see, unless barring any injury, I feel like this could be a good run for her, and just again adding to her legacy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I knew she was gonna be legendary from ever since high school and to watch her play. So. Yeah, I hope that she continues this success and cannot wait to see how that goes.
Yeah.
So, and then also, as we mentioned, Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, they had performances this weekend. And not only that, they made a big announcement as the two announced that they are going to be starting a 3-on-3 basketball league this January in Miami called Unrivaled. And the interesting thing about this league is they mentioned that all the players that are going to be playing in this 3-on-3 league will have equity in the league, and they're going to be earning possibly up to 6 figures. So that is amazing. I mean, it's a big payday for some of these girls that might get to play in this league, and it creates so many possibilities for some really good matchups when it comes to the 3-on-3 after watching some of this WNBA games. So I am so excited to see how this goes for them.
It's like, I wonder if Ice Cube is behind the scenes somewhere, you know what I mean? Because this kind of feels like the big 3 on the women's side. Again, I love it. I think it's a great idea. I think 3-on-3 game is it's beautiful in itself, man. It's one-on-one game like nobody else's business, man. You got to be able to lock up, and you have to be able to get a bucket. So I'm excited to see it. I'm interested in seeing their format, how many teams are they going to have, and there's just this revenue sharing. I'm very interested to see, because again, they could be onto something, a business model that can, help out a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially because if they get Caitlin Clark to play in this, which I feel like they'll most likely will, it's gonna bring in a lot of viewers, and it's gonna bring in a lot of money for the league. And another interesting player that they can possibly bring in is another rookie, Cameron Brink, because she actually has some experience playing 3-on-3 from playing in the 3-on-3 World Cup with Team USA a couple times these past couple years. And I want to say she might be playing in the Olympics for it, possibly here in Paris this summer. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if she plays in it. As like I said, her experience will be over everybody else almost as of that. And plus, we know she can block a shot. I mean, she's averaging 6 blocks a game, so that will be very interesting to see if they put her in the league. Because then, well, it's to see her dominate possibly on the court against some of these veterans.
It'll be good to see them put play some players in that league that have some experience. You know what I mean? That are known 3-on-3 players. And she would definitely be one that, that I would think they will look into because of what she can bring to the table as far as her on-game court experience. And then as far as the viewership, she brings followers. You know what I mean? So, like, whatever they're going to do, there's going to have to be marketable. And players that are marketable and that can help, play the game at a high level. That way, it spreads, man. But it's gonna be fun, man. It just takes me back to those days, Webb, of the Gus Mackers.
Oh yeah.
Where you just see just 3-on-3s everywhere, half boy side, and you see a few, courts with the girls getting after it, man. So to see that on the big stage, I like it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love to see it. And yeah, like you said before, it's almost like the big free for the women's side, and I'm excited to see how it goes. And since I mentioned Cameron Brayton, I wish this one during the NBA season, as it would have been it'd be kind of a funny yet cool matchup to see her versus Steph Curry, because they're god siblings, so that would be kind of a funny callback from their days growing up, probably playing 1v1 on the driveway. So yeah, that's like a dream matchup there.
There's some cool stories somewhere, some cool camera footage someone got from them being at like a family function or something, and them just loosely playing competitive. But I'm sure, you can't do anything around Steph without it probably turning into like a serious affair of just something locked in, because I don't think he's a guy that likes to lose.
Oh yeah.
And she doesn't seem like she's one that that wants to lose. And if you take down Curry, I mean, hey, that could change your life.
Oh yeah, I mean, we saw the 3-point competition between Steph and Serena. It was a close one, but Steph ended up pulling out by like 3 or 4 points in that 3-point competition. But Serena still showed out in that. So, and that was a very fun competition to watch there. It's see both the legends there. So we'll possibly get to see more of this in the free-on-free on the women's side. I mean, yeah, I cannot wait to see how this free-on-free league goes. And kudos on Brianna and Nafisa on creating this league. We cannot wait to see how it goes.
Absolutely, man. Pioneers trailblazing another way for the next generation.
Absolutely. And now let's get into our favorite segments, the WNBA minute predictions. Here's our results from last week. And as you can tell from our results, I am now in the lead by 1 after my Liberty over Indiana prediction there. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, man. New York likes the Sparks last time. Come on. I mean, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina, y'all got me on that one. I guess y'all must have tuned into the show and y'all wanted Webby to go, Webby, you in on this? I demand to know, are you in on this, sir? Because I think you linked up with them somehow, and y'all went ahead and got together and altered the ending to that game of what should have happened. So I'm about to go into my little Spidey verse where they won, and I'm going to count this towards my record, sir. I'm not going out without a fight.
But we'll see how you do this time in this predictions for this week. Let's get the timer here set up, and let's start right now. Washington Mystics versus Indiana Fever. I mean, Washington Mystics, they've been have on a struggle a little bit this season, but so is Indiana. But I got Indiana going up on top in this one.
You know what, man? They both have been struggling for wins. They both have talented players, but just putting it all together. I should go with Indiana because they're trending in that direction. But I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm going with the Mystics.
Ooh, nice. That'll be interesting. And then another interesting one, Las Vegas Aces versus Seattle Storm, a little West Coast battle right there. I mean, Seattle's been pretty good, but Las Vegas Aces have been on a roll as usual. I got Las Vegas Aces.
I mean, I can't go against you there. Skylar Diggins has been playing some great basketball lately, along with Jewel Jones, I believe it is. They've been doing their thing, but again, the Aces are a tall task. I'm going with the Aces.
Yeah. And then we got LA Sparks up against Dallas Wings. As I said, Cameron Brayton's averaging 6 blocks a game. It'll be interesting to see how she does against Umbwale. But Umbwale, she been doing pretty good. I mean, she kind of struggled in the last game there. But I feel like she might go off here again, and I got Dallas Wings win this one.
I side with you. I'm going with the Wings. I am putting the Sparks on the shelf for a week because they let me down last week, but we're going with the Wings.
Yeah, and then Phoenix Mercury up against Minnesota Lynx. As we said, you do not doubt Minnesota, and even though they're playing Diana Taurasi and Phoenix, I'm still going with Minnesota. I am not doubting them anymore.
I'm not down Minnesota either. And Diana, however, she just dropped a 30 ball, man. Impressive, but the Lynx it is.
Yeah. And then Connecticut Sun up against New York Liberty. A little bit of an East Coast battle right there, not far from each other. Connecticut Sun's undefeated, but New York Liberty, as we said, has shown some greatness here. So I am going with Connecticut for this one.
My heart tells me to go with Connecticut because they've been just week in and week out trusty. I'm going New York. They're due for an upset.
Ooh, interesting. A couple of
that should count for 2 points.
Nice. So those are our predictions for this weekend in our WNBA minute predictions. We'll see how we do here, especially as this time we got 2 times where where me and Sean go with different teams from each other. So that'll be interesting to see how we do here. Ain't that right?
Oh, that's right. You know, we have to put a couple different ingredients in a pot of stew, and we're going to see what comes out.
Definitely, especially that Canadian upset there. I mean, we'll see what happens with that, and who knows? I mean, either way, it's made for a really good matchup there. So for all you guys who are looking for a great game to watch this weekend, be sure to tune in for Connecticut versus New York this Saturday. We cannot wait.